and today we're going to head out to the lake for a little boat ride. There are plenty of lakes nearby. I figure it might be fun.
How about Fawcett's Lake? Not far from the house, looks pretty peaceful. We could take a boat on it.
But we don't have a boat.
And also, there's a tiny detail that Fawcett's Lake is privately owned and there is no handy boat dock. So even if we did have a boat, we can't just put it in this lake. Also, the weather looks a little iffy. Can't tell if it's gonna rain, and it would stink if we got rained on. So we're gonna head down the road a little bit in search of a lake that has a boat and no worries of getting rained on. Time to get in our old car with a ton of miles. Are we gonna make it? Stay tuned! Halfway to our destination is the small town of McCaysville at the Georgia-Tennessee border, also not far from North Carolina. Good bit of traffic on this spring break Saturday. Here's the historic steel bridge that takes you from Georgia to Tennessee and vice versa. This is an interesting structure. Looks like a red bird totem pole. Hopefully not like the one in the librarians. Getting a closer look at this, it was built in 1914 and it is called a touristy. Not only are you crossing states, the very river you cross changes from the Ocoee River to the Toccoa River. In this direction is the Ocoee River in Tennessee. Swing around and this is the Toccoa River in Georgia. Also a plaque honoring the astronauts killed on the Space Shuttle Challenger. A lone goose making its way from Georgia to Tennessee. It's time for us to walk the line. The state line. Check this out. The state line cuts diagonally right through this building. Pretty weird. Also notice the brewery is entered from the Tennessee side. Copperhill, Tennessee is the town name. State line cuts right through this IGA supermarket. Even cuts through this coffee shop. State line going through the back of the brewery we just saw. I wonder how they determine if the building is in Georgia or Tennessee when the state line goes through it.
Now we make our way through the Tennessee foothills. First, we make a stop for gas.
While Georgia gas rose to $2.69, Tennessee gas can be purchased for as low as the mid-230s. We've now arrived outside of Sweetwater, Tennessee. We are now at the Lost Sea. Pretty far north from home, actually not far from Knoxville. There's an actual lake in this cave. In fact, the second largest lake within a cave in the world. This is also designated a national landmark. Up until the 60s, it was called Craighead Caverns. There are fish living in the lake. This one looks mean. Some other artifacts found in the cave. Coins, bullets, arrowheads.
Well, I'll see this thing and it can help you. Yes, Master Stalin? Oh, hold on. It's Christy.
Yellow.
Taking a quick peek at the gift shop before our tour departs.
We're going to here in a few minutes. We're just waiting for the next tour.
Inside essential oils that you put on your bracelet. It's a diffuser
Just a second.
Our tour is about to begin, taking this yellow tube into the cave.
Oh, she told you have no choice in the matter. Vale of Tears. Now this one in particular, it is considered one of our more active formations. Feel free to go down around if y'all can't see. Now, the reason you may be wondering what makes it so active. Well, let's look at the top row right here for me. Can all of you see how the stalactites are all nice and shiny? Well, believe it or not, all that water is from the cave system and Mother Nature herself. Now, all that water, it is slowly but surely drips right over here on the bottom row. Those are called stalagmites. Now, here's how you tell the difference between the two. Stalactites, they cling very tight to the ceiling. Stalagmites, they cling very low to the bottom floor. But over a very long period of time, they'll eventually come together and form what's called a stalactostalagmite. This is this one right over here. Reason being, back in 1827, a Cherokee Indian chief by the name of Chief Craighead, him and his tribe, they would actually come down here to conduct their meetings. Now, all of you may be wondering why in the world. Well, it's actually because of this cave's constant year-round temperature of 58 degrees. They were also very comfortable here, no matter how hot the summers were or how cold and harsh the winters were as well. They actually found ancient relics such as pottery, jewelry, and arrowheads. And it's thanks to those. Now, geologists, they still don't know why they grow in opposite directions, unlike all the stalactites and mites in our cave system. But here comes the cool part. It's only us and 7 of the caves, making 8 caves in total. I guess you could say I woke up on the wrong side of the room.
There you go.
Now, if y'all don't want to jerk your heads so much, I do recommend y'all stay all these snow white crystals. And did y'all hear those movies? I just do need you to see this black rock over here. It's kind of light over there. And it's right up here in the small pocket, the active amphidites. Oh, careful, sweetheart. Alright, guys, did all of you get a nice good view of the active amphidites?
Yeah.
Oh wow, somebody talking to me at least. Now, right over here, this little contraption. It's actually called the leaching vat. Now, the Confederate soldiers during the Civil War, they would actually come down here and mine for saltpeter, or its scientific name, potassium nitrate. As soon as they would get done filling the 63, watch your head along the way.
Yeah, I think you did. See our hands.
I was talking about what actually is right up here. It's just I can't take you up there. But I will give you this. The natural entrance itself consisted of 132 uneven stone steps, our very first underground bar. And we call it the Cavern Tavern. It is early Native Americans, whenever they would come down here, they would pack with them lots of water. Say Say hello to water scrape on your arm. Mix a tiny bit of water with this moon's milk. It would act like a natural nail support or a natural 2-week-old Band-Aid in the same sense.
Yeah, where does it go?
That's really neat.
We've reached the lake. They have a few boats down here. It's so very dark down here. Hard to see anything.
Remain seated until the end of the boat ride. It actually helps to keep you safe from falling in this icy cold water. Rule 2. If you came down here, then you lose or perishable items. Alright, everybody. Welcome to Minnesota's greatest discovery. The underground lake room. Lord's modern home name, the Long Sea. Now here are the dimensions. 800 feet long, 220 feet wide. It is Ryan, or just his cute little nickname, we call him Brioni. This is David, and that is the dad of the first earth commercialized. He started with his social entertainment interaction. Alright, everybody else, come on down. Those articles inside the boat. I will whip it up into full speed. Woo! Can't you feel the wind blowing through your hair?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh Lord, this is the worst I've seen today. Well, there's one. Don't worry, everybody. I will spin in a couple circles, starting 2 and.
Right there.
I
Yeah.
see a few.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a few there. Yeah.
That rainbow boy.
Open swimming season?
Oh no. 1,000 years ago. Now you may be wondering, how would I know that? By the drapery pieces, of course, right over here. There we go. You got a good job?
Yep.
The same substances. Iron oxide base compromises as rust itself. But this species, it is very picky about where it likes to grow. It can only grow on the faces of smooth fallen rock. It can't grow anywhere else because it is too crackly and too crevicky for its liking. So Cow. She's actually dubbed the most active stalactite in our entire cave system. She drips over 47 times a minute. Fiber. These, all the oils and minerals in our skin are actually very hurtful and harmful to this type of rock. So over the years, we basically eroded it away, giving it that smooth look to it and the very feel to it today as well. Now everybody, he's very special to us. We call him Nemo, the ghost fish. He's an active type of moon's milk. You can tell that by all the little darkness circling around him and by the tail that actually leaves behind. But give him 1,000 years, he'll turn to one thing. A very large cluster of active amphidites, which all we got to see here earlier. Yeah, that's Nemo. Oh, he's so adorable. Yeah, everybody.
On the way home, we stopped at the state line one more time. Tenga.
And that's it for our quick trip to the Lost Sea. There are a few caves we hope to see soon. Merrimack Caverns in Missouri. Maybe back to Kentucky for Mammoth Cave. Also the one outside Sevierville, Tennessee. Thanks for watching. Bye!